Hey guys, it's Toadstool here, and currently we are walking over to our second day at Epic Universe here at Universal. We are staying at Stellanova, which is right there, taking the walking path. It's about a 10-minute walk if you walk relatively quickly. Really not that bad. You don't have to take the bus if you don't want to, but the bus gets you there really quick as well. But I'm very excited to spend our second day here. Hopefully early entry goes a little smoother today. Yesterday, not the rides that were supposed to be open were open. Hoping to get on Mario Kart and Minecart early. That way we don't have to deal with lines later. So, we'll see you guys up there. Thank you. We're here a little earlier today because yesterday, well, we got here probably 20 minutes later and it was way more crowded. This is great. Now, we're at the front of the line thanks to Darius here. If you guys saw yesterday's vlog, you'll know that there was definitely not that many people here yesterday. And this is just for early entry. Pro tip for security, they tend to open security a little bit before they open the gates. Have one person of your party run up to grab a spot at the ticket booth if you're first, and then have the rest of your party follow suit, because they open security, but then it gets backed up. So if you're close enough, you'll be able to get right up. Even when you're first, you're not really first. But we're gonna try to get in as fast as possible to Nintendo. And it's not open at 9. Oh, we're good. It opened just basically on time. We are open for business. Mario Kart, first riders of the day. It's gonna be amazing to walk right on this because later it's gonna have a 2-hour line, so gotta take advantage of this. Still got the pre-shows, but we are breezing through here.
It's a me, Mario.
What a difference from yesterday. Alrighty, we just got off of Mario Kart. Dad, who won?
Well, you did.
Of course I won, because I am the best at Mario Kart. Surprisingly, I got one less than I did yesterday. I got 166 instead of 167, but it was still amazing. I love this ride, one of my favorites in the park. Mario Kart's already at an hour. Alright, now, after smashing a billion coins, we're going to Donkey Kong Country, where hopefully we'll find Minecart Madness open and not with a crazy line. Looks like that's an employee riding it. So it's down for now, but still go on. What a change from yesterday morning. Nobody over here. But there is still a line. A bit of a lengthy one, actually. Oh yeah. We're gonna opt for the single rider line instead and see how it goes. As my Mario Kart ride, look who's starting off in the lead right there.
Yeah, just like the rabbit and the hare. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the tortoise doesn't always catch up this time.
94.
Patience pays off. It looks like Donkey Kong is open. Alrighty, we just got off of Minecart Madness. Well, everyone except for Sammy. He just kind of showed up out of nowhere.
I did.
But Darius, how was Minecart Madness?
Janky as ever.
Oh yeah.
It'll only get jankier.
Very, very janky, but it's fun.
It is fun. I honestly think it's purposefully janky.
Oh yeah. It should be like that.
I'm thinking about getting one of these drinks.
They do look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Want one?
Yeah, if you buying.
No, I'll buy it.
Look at that. But we are now I only have 2 stamps left to complete in Donkey Kong Country. I'm missing the Meet Donkey Kong one, which probably isn't gonna happen. And then I would need to ride this ride 3 more times, and then I would have Donkey Kong Country completion, which if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show right now in the app. It's basically the kind of game, if you didn't see the first video of my Epic visit, it's the game that is unlocked with all these power-up bands. Super fun, by the way. Do not miss out on it. And you just run around Super Nintendo World getting stuff. Crazy looking Donkey Kong tree. Gotta hit it harder, Sammy. There it is. Almost. Wait. Yep. Yay! Huh? All right, now we're gonna go into Burke because we really did not spend much time at all in Burke yesterday. I need some time to eat this thing, so into Burke we go. Now these 3 are going to get the very famous mac and cheese cone in Burke. this has been like one of the most highly talked about items, food items, in all of Epic Universe. And there goes Hiccup, which I'm gonna try to get another ride on because it's a very fun family coaster. It's like a mini Hagrid. And there's the highly sought after mac and cheese cone. That looks like something. Since I was kind of rushed in this land yesterday, I'm getting to kind of take it in a little more now. And the forest perspective on this mountain right here is pretty crazy because when you walk in, it looks absolutely huge. And then you get close to it and you're like, oh, wait, that's not really that big. But again, Disney and Universal, they're so good at utilizing forest perspective that it just works very, very well. This whole area is definitely one of the best themed parts of all of Epic. It really is impressive. I think if this had something like the wand or the power-up band, that would make it even better. I don't know what they would do really. I mean, you could just have like interactive thing with dragons. Granted, yes, that is more money you'd have to spend, at least on the consumer side, but I do think that would elevate this land to kind of be more on their level. Wow. So how was the mac and cheese bowl thing?
Really
Cone?
good. At first it felt like there wasn't enough salt, but they're smart. It's kind of like an everything
bagel
to a point. And once you take a bite of everything at once, it's perfect.
And now we're gonna go on something that shouldn't have any hiccups despite the name. Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is easily the most reliable coaster in the park from what I've seen. The operations of this attraction are truly brilliant. You can tell Intimate definitely took some inspiration for how they laid out Ka and just put the loading area in the middle instead of the edges. And instead of having 4 stations, there's 2, but this works so well. All right, we just did another ride on Hiccup, again in the back, and this is such a fun ride. I recommend riding it at least twice so you can kind of get a feel for it. The first time you're kind of just zooming through, so you don't really know what's going on, but the second time you're able to take in the theming a lot more, get yourself wet a little bit if you know what you're looking for, and it's just a very, very fun attraction. I think now we're headed over to the carousel because it doesn't really have much of a line. It's actually a really nice entrance for this. Alrighty, Constellation Carousel is actually really cool. If you have time and you've gotten on all the other better stuff, come ride this because it's actually a really fun ride. Again, it's a carousel, but probably one of the best carousels ever made. Now we're gonna go into Dark Universe because Monsters Unchained only has about a 20-minute wait, which is not too bad. So we're gonna go ride it again. Maybe I'll like it more this time. I don't know. Igor. Maybe we'll see Igor. Maybe he'll make fun of your nose again. That would be funny.
You weren't even there for that.
I know, but I heard about it and now it's stuck in my mind. So we gotta find Igor.
Yeah, but you didn't need context.
Well, the context is Sammy was made fun of by Igor, who has a big nose, because Sammy's nose is bigger than Igor's.
No, it wasn't bigger. You said it was the same size.
Same size? Okay. Well, maybe today he'll think it's a little bigger. I guess we'll find out. The energy in this land is just nuts. It's so loud and just very electric in here. I just saw Curse the Werewolf testing. I'm gonna see if I can catch it now. But I did just see it go with dummies. There it goes. Open, please. I need the credit. Alrighty, Monsters Unchained. Alright, we just got off of Monsters. Once again, this is my 3rd ride, and I rode in the middle for the first time, and that definitely makes it better in the sense that you can't see as much of the stuff you're not supposed to see, because your peripheral vision is definitely smaller. I do still have the same issues with it. I think it's a great ride. It just needs that extra finishing touch to make it more immersive. I think if they had fog run through the entire underside of the ride so you can't see underneath everything, that would go a long way. And just a couple tilts being modified would definitely help hide the stuff that is very obviously not finished. But what is there is great. A couple of our animatronics were not working this time around, but I have seen all of them work at one point or another. So I've definitely seen how it can be at peak. But it's a great ride, that's for sure. Now it is time for the best ride here, Stardust Racers. Alrighty, we just got off a ride on Stardust Racers, green side in the front car, and that was great. It is definitely better from a dueling sense when you're in the front. The ride experience itself is definitely better in the back, but it was nice to get a front row ride on this and see how it is. Darius, since I know you love your front row Velocicoaster, do you like front row Velocicoaster or front row Stardust Racers better?
Front row Velocicoaster is better.
But what ride is better overall?
I think Stardust is a better ride.
Okay, all right.
I think the dueling aspect mixed with the extreme airtime puts this a little notch above Velocicoaster. Velocicoaster's intensity is still real, but when you add the two things together, intensity plus dueling, this is a better ride.
Sammy, how was Sammy Dust Racers, as we've been calling it, because you love to talk about this ride.
I think I'm on the same page as Darius. I don't know, I'm like so between Velocicoaster and this, because consistently Velocicoaster will always be just as good as the last ride. With this ride, like the night ride you can get on this thing will always out like top Velocicoaster.
Yes, the night ride on this is unbeatable.
So I don't know, it's really hard. I guess we'll come back to like later tonight after we get some night rides in. Oh, I don't know, it's gonna be hard.
Dad?
This is a great ride. Velocicoaster's a great ride.
There you go.
It's a tough pick, honestly.
It's one way to put it. Yeah, I still can't decide. I want to ride the orange side or yellow side a little bit more too, because I've ridden green 3 times and then orange or yellow just once. So I got to balance out a little, try out both, but this ride really is the real deal. Looks like the show with the fountain is going on right now. After watching that absolutely incredible show, we're gonna go get food, and I think we're gonna go try Toadstool Cafe over in Nintendo World. Trying to try different locations as opposed to going back to the same one. So yesterday we did Pizza Moon right here and the Astro Pub back there. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Also, a little Link. Yes, Link has a little cameo in Nintendo World. I love how, as you're sitting in here, the weather conditions on the screen out over there. Oh, Bowser's coming in, I think. Is that what's going on here? It just got super dark in here. You can see there's bullet bills going flying through some windows over there. You see it there, it goes. Because Bowser is invading on the outside. There he is. Bowser's arrived. Or maybe it's Bowser Jr. That's so cool. I will say, we obviously had the issue we had with this yesterday with the table ordering, but when it's working well, this works so well. The food here looks so cool. Darius, what did you get? Is that a cookie in there? A coin cookie.
It's not a cookie.
Can you eat it?
Yeah, it's edible. Whatever it is, it's a coin dessert.
You actually got a mushroom.
Looks like it's
Look at it. I got a little Parmesan, Chris.
I don't know
Wow.
what sauce they put on this, because I definitely didn't ask for it.
No. I don't know what's on here.
It comes with like Thousand Island.
Interesting. So Dad bit the coin. What is it?
It's just sugar-coated cookie. It's good.
We just got out of Toadstool. That might be one of the coolest theme park restaurants I've ever seen. The theme was perfect. Sammy's trying to catch up at points. It's not going to happen. Do not miss out on this. The food was solid. It wasn't the best Epic Universe food, but it's good.
That doesn't mean it's bad at all. It's still great food.
It's still great food.
No, it is great food.
Absolutely. We both had a burger. It was a solid burger. How was your spaghetti?
My spaghetti was delicious.
As you can see, everyone's very obsessed with getting these coins. Even him. Hey look, it's Mario Kart TV. The merch selection is crazy.
Is that where that big one is in there?
Apparently that's not a statue, that's a person.
The only one that's an exception is they'll do.
Whoa. What a tease. Such a tease. And there's dummies on there, so I highly doubt it has a chance of opening today. Watch, it'll open tomorrow when I'm on my flight back to Jersey. Hey, I mean, there's really no reason for it to be closed, for being honest. Wait time for Stardust is low right now. It's 15, so we're heading right over there. Looks like they have the little splash pad over here working. Sammy says this is the first time you've seen it, right?
I've not seen this, and I've been here, what, like 5 times?
This kid is getting absolutely drenched right now, too. I don't know.
I'll walk in there.
If I wasn't wearing what I'm wearing, I would. This is very hot out. Yes, please. All right, we did 2 more rides on Stardust Racers. One in the back row of yellow, one in the back row of green. And yellow and green, they're a lot closer than some people may make you think. I mean, they're almost the same ride. Green is just marginally better, but oh, it's so good. It had a very short wait. It picked up a little, plus we wanted to take a break, so we're gonna go over to Ministry and get frozen butterbeer. Sammy, do you take back your slander for the yellow side?
I mean, I wasn't slandering it. I still think they're both, like, it's like this.
Yeah.
It's literally like this. Just, I thought green was a little bit more, like, I thought there was a little more of a gap between it, but it's really not that.
I think the first half is better on yellow, except for the end of the first half.
Was it like the Rolling Thunder Hills, like that second part right before the launch?
Yes.
That's where green side will shine.
Right.
And that's kind of it. Like, it's
You mean
like,
yellow side?
No, I think green side's better at that part with like the double up.
See, I like the double down better on yellow.
Really?
I think it hits stronger in the back.
Okay, that's fair. I see both.
I mean, again, it's a marginal difference.
You know what? Like, it's all gonna be about preference. Like, I've heard a million people say green's better. I've heard a million people say yellow's better. There's no right or wrong answer.
They're both amazing rides. So either way. Oh yeah. Now we're in Paris. Look at that.
What happened?
Of course, had to come get more frozen butterbeer because it's never enough. I should mention, you may notice that Darius and my dad are missing this because they decided to go be children and continue using their power bands there to try to beat me. I think they're already ahead of me anyways, but they will never beat me on Mario Kart, so I'll always hold that over their heads. Now we're gonna wander back over here to Dark Universe, maybe go back on Monsters. I'm hoping, I doubt it's gonna open. If Werewolf open, that'd be great. So we've seen it testing, but I doubt it. This is the first time I've seen Monsters go down, so big props to Monsters for being one of the more reliable rides here.
Look closely. This is a catacombs navigation unit. All you little lab rats and your little lab rat friends get to ride one. Use it, Igor steals, nothing goes wrong. Yes? Don't look at that. This is just the emergency function. All according to plan.
We did another ride on Monsters Unchained, and it does get better the more I ride it, I will say that. I'm learning to just... Yes, the dead zones felt like it kind of breezed by them a little better. More and more animatronics seem to keep going down, though. None of them have gone back up today.
I don't think any of them went down, though, compared to our first ride.
I feel like there was one that was working earlier that wasn't, but either way.
No, I think it was the same.
I've noticed that, like, if you go to a Disney park, right, like specifically talking about Rise of the Resistance, there's a lot of fail safes or B modes in place for if an animatronic breaks, they have something else.
B mode too.
I guess I wouldn't know that, but yeah, this does not really. I mean, you see it just kind of sitting there idle, and you're like, I feel like something was supposed to happen there. It's very noticeable.
And I feel like the Igor in the beginning, that like when he doesn't work,
oh,
like,
it's weird.
You have that Igor at the end that's on the screen. I feel like you can do something.
Yeah, they should just drop a screen down.
Yeah, like throwing a projection. He doesn't have the greatest projection in the world. Like just something just to give us like that. Like, okay, it's there. Like, we understand what's happening.
Yeah, I agree.
Just kind of standing there looking at you. It's a lot.
It's like, wait, why am I jittering around like this? But it's still a great ride overall. I do hope that maybe by the next time I come to this park, there will be more in terms of like hiding the stuff you're not supposed to see. Like I said, fog in the bottom would be great, and just kind of covering up the areas that are unthemed with theming. I mean, that would definitely go a long way, but it's still a phenomenal ride. We're gonna go back into Nintendo World because everything has a pretty solid line right now, and I think this is probably the best world to go to if you're not looking to ride stuff, because there's just so much to do. Instead of curiosity, we're gonna see what single rider looks like for Mario Kart here. So it looks like that middle lane there is gonna be the single rider line, and if that is the case, that is a long line for single riders. That's not worth it, because it's just barely gonna move, so might not be getting another ride on Mario Kart, but that's okay, I didn't really expect to. Looks like Minecart Madness just reopened. It was down for a really long time, so maybe we can try to sneak on real quick here. That is not a very long line for this ride at all.
Member of the Kong family. Was I?
Alrighty, just did a ride on Minecart Madness. The line picked up substantially ever since we got off. It probably was around a 30-minute wait. Now the line is at 90. Oh my lord. I would never wait 90 minutes for this. It's a very fun ride. Sammy, was that like half an hour?
I would say it was pretty much what it said.
Yeah, it was pretty accurate. Fun ride. Now we're gonna probably try to get out of Nintendo World. Yeah, it's getting crowded, so probably time to go to another world. Yeah, exactly. Stardust is back down to a 15-minute wait, so I think we know where we're headed next.
Time to get dusty.
Time to get dusty. We're getting very lucky with this. All right, we just did 2 more rides on the legendary Stardust Racers. One on yellow, one on green. Green we did in row 2, yellow we did in the back row. And there's so much I can say about this ride, but I'm not gonna bore you guys to death. You know this ride's amazing. This is easily the best ride at Epic Universe, considering Ministry is closed and Monsters to me is a little unfinished, but this is what makes the park right here. Here we go, back into Burke. We're heading to dark real quick to get some merch, and it looks like they're doing some kind of filming in here. Really random side note, but I think Dark Universe might have my favorite themed bathrooms in the whole park. I love the underwater Mario ones, but this one, very nice and themed. Mario Kart is currently posting a 35-minute wait, which is really short for that ride, so we're gonna book it over there, and hopefully it doesn't go up by the time we get there. Still posting at 35. All right, let's see if this is truly a 35-minute wait.
When we package it up and pitch it, let's go.
So my dad has brought something to my attention. In the time that we left the two of you in Nintendo World, what happened to you?
Got injured.
You've been punching too many blocks. Alrighty, interesting experience here at Mario Kart. We wound up riding twice because the first ride, none of the shooting actually worked. And I knew it was wrong from the get-go because we had no target practice at the start, and that's kind of how you know it's gonna be messy. Still, even just with drifting, I got 93 coins. And then we got a second ride, of course, because they're very good about that. When you tell them that something is wrong, they will let you get another ride to correct that. And the second ride, I got a 184, which is my current high score on Mario Kart. Let me know down in the comments if you've been on any of the Mario Kart rides, if you've beaten my score. But I got 184. Sammy, what did you get on the second ride?
I think I tapped out at like 145. Not great, but it was okay.
Solid.
It's okay.
There they are. What did you get on Mario Kart there, Dad?
136.
And Darius?
My buttons were broken.
What would you get?
Bamboozled, led astray.
Did you at least get 100?
I broke 100.
All right, you broke 100. You got the cup. Well, we've had the cup a million times already. But yeah, I will say, it seems that there's a lot of issues in Mario Kart with reliability in the cars and stuff. There's been a lot of issues I've seen with a lot of cars having to go out empty because they are broken. But like I said, they're super accommodating at Mario Kart. They'll let you go again if you have an issue. So really do appreciate that. But now it is 7:16. There are less than 2 hours left in park operation. So we gotta get moving. But now before we go get our final rifle of rides on Stardust, we are gonna go up to Other Worlds Mercantile to get our merch haul done. All right, merch haul's in there. I got, not that, I got this black t-shirt. This is Super Nintendo World. I have a beige shirt. This is Epic on it, and I got a magnet as well. My dad's getting some other stuff as well. I believe he's getting that Super Nintendo World shirt you see right there. And he also got one of the pins or magnets, something like that. Gotta go grab a pretzel, and then it will be time for Stardust. All right, pretzels have been acquired, so now it is Stardust time. All right, we did 3 more rides. As you can see, it's just about nighttime. We did 2 on yellow, 1 on green, and in just a couple minutes, we're waiting until a little closer to closing at 9. We're gonna go back in line for our final ride of the night. Probably gonna try to make that green. And this ride is just, oh, it's so good at night. As great as it is during the day, the night just completely elevates it to something different. Now it's time for the last ride of the night. Alrighty, we just did our final ride on Stardust Racers. Green side, back row. We got, if you guys watched yesterday's video from Epic, you'll know that I got blessed with a back row green side ride for my night ride. It had happened again. Go figure, I guess I'm just really lucky. This ride is something else. I mean, I love it during the day. It takes a few rides for me to really be able to grasp it because there's so much to unpack with this thing. I mean, the dueling, the forces, there's just so much to it. It's an unbelievable ride through and through. There's really no words that can describe just how insane this ride is.
What the?
All right, Sammy, you've been hyping this thing up to me since you first rode it. How was that?
I like that the video kind of like showed the evolution of like where our thoughts were for the day on this ride, and that's number one. I'm sorry, I gotta say that's number one. Like I feel like there's no denying because there's no experience like that. You take one side of the coaster, yeah, you got an experience like that. You take the other side of the coaster, yeah, you got an experience like that. Put them together, no lights, just the train lights, perfection.
This night ride is probably the best night ride in the world, and I've ridden a lot of really good night rides, and Stardust is on top. I mean, this thing is just monstrous. I mean, you can see from off-ride how crazy it looks, but on-ride, it's a whole different story. There's no park quite like this one at night. I mean, this park was designed through and through to be beautiful at night, and I mean, the lights, it's incredible. They're actually testing audio over here at the main fountain right now. It's not the actual show, they're just testing it. But I can imagine when this park is fully open and this thing is doing its full show. This is loud too. You see them all over there testing. This is what? I don't think this is the actual show. Maybe it is. We came over to Dark Universe to see what this place looks like at night, because I'd imagine this is probably the best looking land at night. My God, the graveyard looks so good. Wow. Oh, this looks incredible at night. Look at this. Doesn't get much better than this. Wow. Oh man, the lights are just perfect. You can actually see the lights up top of the Frankenstein Manor there. Wow. Oh, I hear the bells going. I think that means it's about to go crazy. Oh, that means the Burning Blade Tavern's gonna blow up. Sammy's running over there. Everyone's running over there. Oh, there's the flame. There it is. Wow. This is easily the best looking area at night. I mean, I haven't been through many areas so far at night, but I'm sure once they have the projection mapping on the fencing here too, which is supposed to happen with the netting, this is gonna look just unbelievable.
That was so sad. Only 3 blades went up.
Only 3 blades.
Out of the 4.
Might be the best portal too. As it was just pointed out to me, all 5 beacons from all the portals meet in the center of the sky up there. The lighting is literally everywhere in Celestial Park. This is nuts. Whoa. Nintendo looks so cool at night. Wow. Oh my God, Bowser's Castle is sick. Like, it's not crazy different, but it's different enough where it's really cool. You guys already know, I gotta get some more coins before I'm gone. I didn't even know that they lit up when you hit them. Wow, this is so cool at night, because you actually see all the illuminated objects and stuff that you normally would not be able to see at all. Like the question blocks, the little bit of interactivity when you hit them there. So cool. Oh, this looks dope at night too. Wow. Look at that cat. Oh my God. You can see the lights in the eyes there. I also appreciate that they're keeping everything open quite a bit later, like the restaurants and stuff, knowing that obviously there's still a ton of people here trying to get, Donkey Kong through and everything, so, oh, this looks so good at night. Slow down.
You're going so fast. I can't even see it. It's too bright.
Ah, Sammy failed.
No.
There's nothing better than seeing a million adults run around like lunatics hitting these freaking blocks. It is so funny. And it is so addicting too. I don't remember seeing that. The nice thing thing is all the mini games are still active and there's no attendant, so you kind of just do whatever. So let's see if I can do this. Can I do it? Maybe. Yay! I gotta try to collect them all. At this thing right here, which is right to the left of Mario Kart, you tap your band and then hope you get the character you're missing on the app. Of course, it keeps giving me Mario. I do not need Mario. I need Toad, and I need the Koopa Troopa. And I keep getting Mario. Let's get some blocks. Just to give you guys an idea of what we tend to do in Nintendo World. If I get Mario, I give up. Farewell, Nintendo World. Kind of interesting, at the end of the night, they don't reverse the direction of the warp pipe escalator, so you have to, actually, take the elevator. I didn't do that yet. It's interesting. Lower level, please. And down we go. I'm in the Princess Peach elevator. That is gonna do it for day 2, my final day here at Epic Universe. Definitely a much better day today than it was yesterday. If you guys saw my video yesterday, you know there were some hiccups. Thankfully, everything ran a lot smoother today, and just overall was a much better experience. We got on a lot of rides, and I mean, I really can't complain much. I mean, of course, Werewolf and Ministry. I know, now we're back in Orlando. We left the Epic Universe. But Sammy, do you have an epic time here at Epic Universe?
It can never not be an epic time.
This is true.
It's very hard for it not to be an epic time. Even when it's a not so epic day, it's still going to be an epic time.
But today was a fairly epic day, I would say.
Today, how many times are you going to try to say epic? What's the goal?
I think I'm just going to say epic as many times as humanly possible.
Okay, so every ride was epic today.
Stardust was epic.
That's pretty crazy. I'm looking back at everyone.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's crazy.
That's amazing looking. It's epic looking.
Yeah, Stardust was epic. The carousel was epic. The werewolf was.
Well, the werewolf wasn't open.
The monsters was epic.
Everything that was open that we rode was epic.
I think we did ride a lot today.
We did.
So I think,
and there's still things I didn't get to do that I want to do. So it gives me a reason to come back. I still got to do the shows. Obviously got to get on Ministry and Werewolf whenever they open.
Yeah, sorry we didn't do the shows today.
I know. The timing just didn't work out for us. But we got, what, 8 rides on Stardust?
Yeah.
4 and 4?
Was it 4 and 4?
I don't remember. I'll have to look back.
I feel like it was 5 and 3.
It might have been 5 and 3. Either way.
Yeah, well, either way, epic ride.
Oh yeah. And I would ask my dad and Darius, but they went in Nintendo World for a long time. I'll show their rankings right now because I know that's what they're very concerned about.
Right
but
there.
yeah, there you go. But I'll get their reviews once we go back to the hotel. So here you go. So Dad, how was day 2 of Epic?
Wow. Epic Universe is truly epic. Although I did complain a little bit yesterday about a couple of things.
Today was a lot.
Today was fantastic. Yesterday was fantastic too, except for those couple little issues. But today was fantastic. Super Nintendo World, Mario, whatever the hell you want to call it.
You spent a lot of time in there.
Yes, it is like being inside a video game. It is.
It's like
awesome.
back in the day when you were a kid going to the arcade.
It's even better because you are actually in it, and it just everything looks amazing. And when we found out what like the true story behind the park is, it's a really good story. And I don't know why they're not really pushing that story along, because it's a really good story. I'm not going to bring it up now. And here's something funny about this trip to Universal Park. I only had 1 Butterbeer.
Really?
That's all I had was 1.
I had 2.
Yeah, I had 1. And the
Wow.
last time I had over 6. But overall, I give this trip a solid 9 and change out of 10, without a doubt.
Absolutely. And Darius?
Hey, this was an amazing trip. I am so glad that we had a chance to come and preview Epic Universe for a couple of reasons. One, this is going to attract major crowds. I would not want to be here on a 40,000 person day. I probably wouldn't want to be here on a 30,000 person day. But that being said, if I didn't have the chance to preview, I'd be here. Exceptional rides. Stardust definitely in my top 3. I love the Mario Kart world. Yes, I say it like I'm from Jersey. But you need to come out here if you haven't. And I encourage everyone to give it a shot. Stay on resort if you can. It was a great time. Definitely in my top 5 trips of all time. and definitely in my top 5 parks.
But with all that being said, guys, that is going to do it for today's vlog from Universal Epic Universe. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.